All parents feel competitive, like how soon did your kid walk, and can they play another instrument, do they speak another language, are they good at sports, and all sorts of things. And when you learn that your kid is not typical, I think that a lot of parents struggle with that. If your kid is having a behavior problem, I would imagine that most times it's a reaction to something else that's making them really uncomfortable. And I would think a parent would want to know what that is. I'm Jennifer, and our daughter Paige has been a client at PTN almost her whole life. When she was in first grade, that's when she really started having behavioral problems. We all just knew that those were symptomatic of what was really going on, and the problem was that we didn't know what was really going on. The test gives you basically a picture of how your child is processing all of the information that they get through their senses and is able to use that to kind of operate in the real world. It confirmed what we all suspected, and it allowed the school district, because it was a formal diagnosis, to invest more into the services that Paige would receive within the school program.
With those assessments, such as those with WPS, we were able to better diagnose where her needs were in the realms of sensory integration disorder.
Some kids have a condition, and you can see it in them physically. They look a little different. But there's a whole area of kids that have conditions that affect their ability to learn, or their ability to socialize, or their ability to adapt and cope, that you can't see physically in them. And being able to work with an organization that has studied those things and is aware of them and can identify them and classify them and diagnose them, it's almost like it gives you a map. It gives you a new way to understand your child. You change your expectations. That's probably been something that my husband and I have struggled with, is that we want to make sure that we don't lower our expectations of our daughter, but change our expectations. Because we still expect for her to be successful and a contributor to society, but she's going to do it in her own way. As a parent, you always want your kid to do really well on a test, no matter what the test is. But if she doesn't do well, then it's going to give you a bunch of answers. It really helped us understand who she is and who she will always be, because her dyspraxia is something she'll have her whole life. It really empowered us, made us feel better, as though we were going to be able to understand her as a person and help her better as parents. Now I understand my daughter better. When you have information, you can make smarter decisions. Getting the information to the school system and changing her curriculum and getting her essentially a specialized education program is the core element that will help Paige be happy in school.